Independence Day, August 15, 1947. The story of India's freedom.
India's Independence Day, celebrated on August 15, 1947, marks the end of nearly 200 years of British colonial rule and the birth of the world's largest democracy. This historic day is a significant chapter in the history of the Indian subcontinent, filled with the struggles, sacrifices, and aspirations of millions who longed for freedom. The journey to independence, though triumphant, was also deeply complex and came with immense challenges. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the Indian freedom struggle began to gain momentum. Political leaders, intellectuals, and common people united to challenge colonial rule. The Indian National Congress, Inc., formed in 1885, became a central organization leading the fight for self-rule. Initially advocating for constitutional reforms, the Inc. gradually transformed into a mass movement demanding complete independence from British domination. The arrival of Mahatma Gandhi in 1915 marked a turning point in the freedom struggle. Gandhi's philosophy of non-violence, ahimsa, and civil disobedience, satyagraha, galvanized millions across the country. He led key campaigns, such as the Non-Cooperation Movement, 1920, the Salt March during the Civil Disobedience Movement, 1930, and the Quit India Movement, 1942. By the 1940s, World War II had weakened Britain's economic and military power, making it difficult for them to maintain control over India. Meanwhile, the demand for independence had reached a fever pitch. However, the unity of the Indian nationalist movement was marred by growing religious tensions between Hindus and Muslims. The Muslim League, under the leadership of Muhammad Ali Jinnah, advocated for a separate nation for Muslims, leading to the demand for the creation of Pakistan. In 1946, the British sent the cabinet mission to negotiate the transfer of power. However, differences between the Inc., led by Jawaharlal Nehru, and the Muslim League could not be reconciled. The fear of widespread communal violence forced the British to accelerate their withdrawal, and the decision was made to partition India into two independent dominions. The fear of widespread communal violence forced the British to accelerate their withdrawal, and the decision was made to partition India into two independent dominions, India and Pakistan, on the night of August 14 to 15, 1947. At the stroke of midnight, India officially gained its independence. Jawaharlal Nehru, the first Prime Minister of India, delivered his famous Tryst with Destiny speech to the Constituent Assembly, capturing the hope and aspirations of a newly free nation. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. A moment comes, which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends, and when the soul of a nation, long suppressed, finds utterance.